Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. My name is Veronica. Today we're going to be doing a full Vinyasa Flow practice. So just go ahead and grab a couple of blocks just in case you need them. We're going to go ahead and get started on all fours. All right. So once you get there, make sure that your fingers are spread nice and wide, the shoulders are right over the wrist, and the hips are over the knees. When you're ready, on the inhale, you're going to go ahead and drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And then exhale, slowly begin to round the spine, dropping the head last. And then just flowing with your own breath here. Inhale, opening up the heart, pulling the shoulders back. And then exhale, slowly begin to release, really pushing that floor away. Good. One more breath here. Inhale, opening up the heart. And then exhale. Good, making your way back into a neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and make our way up into our down dog. So just go ahead and curl those toes, lift those hips up and back. And then once you get there, go ahead and make any moves that feel good for you. So just dropping one heel and then the other. Good, maybe you'd begin to sway from side to side if it feels good. And then just bending those knees nice and deep so you can get those hips up nice and high. Pulling the shoulders out of the ears. And then slowly begin to straighten out those legs. Maybe your heels hit the floor, maybe they don't. It's all good. Good. Bringing your gaze towards your hands, slowly begin to just walk the feet up towards the hands and come on into a forward fold. Now you have your blocks, so use them if you need them. Bring the floor to you, right? So having soft knees here, let the head, neck, shoulders go. And just breathe here. Just bringing a little bit more of the weight into the toes so you can feel some length in the back of the legs. Good. On the next inhale, breath, slowly begin to rise on up. Once you get there, sweep those arms up to the sky, big stretch. Bring the palms together and then lower the thumbs down into the heart. Close the eyes and just pause here for a moment. And then just take a moment here to go ahead and set an intention for your practice, right? Something that you can bring with you into your day today. And then just take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, go ahead and open up the eyes, release the hands down beside the body. Tadasana. Good. On the inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms up. On the exhale, dive forward back into that forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, begin to rise on up, sweep those arms up to the sky. And then exhale, dive back into that forward fold. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, you're going to plant the hands, step that right foot back, step the left foot back so you're in your plank pose. And then lowering down to the knees, chest and chin, keep the elbows nice and close to the body. Inhale, go ahead and come on into that low cobra, drawing those shoulder blades back. And then exhale, just lower the torso down to the ground. I want you to go ahead and keep the hands right underneath the shoulders and the elbows are drawn in, pointing through the toes. Inhale, gently lifting up. Any amount is fine. And then exhale and lower. Good. Two more like that. Inhale, gently lifting up. Exhale, lower. Good. Last time. Inhale. And exhale, lower it down. Good. Push yourself up and back into your down dog. And just take a breath here. And exhale. Three-legged dog on the right side, right leg up and back as you draw the left heel down towards the ground. Go ahead and step that foot between the hands. You're going to step the left foot between the hands so you're in your forward fold. Inhale, slowly begin to rise on up. Sweep those arms up to the sky. Exhale, diving back into that forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, go ahead and plant the hands. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back so you're in your plank pose. Once again, lowering down to the knees, chest and chin. Keep the elbows close. Inhale, go ahead and come on into that low cobra. And then exhale, slowly lower it all the way down. I want you to go ahead and tent the fingers off of the mat. You're going to have your elbows up towards the sky and the forehead down to the ground. On the inhale, slowly begin to peel yourself up. Any amount is fine. And then exhale, lower it back down. Good. 2 more like that. Deep breath in. Bring the gaze forward. Exhale and lower. Good. On the last time, holding here. And then dip the left shoulder into the midline so you can bring your gaze up off the right shoulder. Good. Inhale back to center. And then dip the right shoulder, gazing off the left. Good. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, slowly lower hands underneath the shoulders. Push yourself up and back into your down dog. And we will take a breath here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Left leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog as you're drawing that right heel down towards the ground. We're going to go ahead and step that foot between the hands. Step the right foot between the hands. You're in your forward fold. Inhale, slowly begin to rise on up. Sweep those arms up to the sky. And then exhale, just lower those arms down alongside the body. Good. Coming into our Utkatasana, so shift those hips back, take a bend in the knees, sweep those arms up. Good. Relax the shoulders. If you have tight shoulders, you can always just lower the arms a bit, right? And so just breathing here. And exhale. Good. 1 more breath here. And on the exhale, dive forward into that forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, you can either hop or step back into your plank pose. And then we're going to flow through a vinyasa. So either knees, chest, chin, what we just did before, or chaturanga if it's in your practice. Either way, the elbows stay nice and close to the body. Inhale, either up dog or low cobra. And then exhaling up and back into your down dog, where you will take a breath and exhale. Good. 3-legged dog, right side. Right leg up and back. You're going to go ahead and step that foot between the hands. Once you get there, we're going to go ahead and rise on up into that high lunge. So make any adjustments that you need, right? So you're always building the pose from the ground up. Set your feet, set your hips, relax the shoulders, taking a breath here. And exhale. Good. Another breath. And exhale. Good. On the next inhale, go ahead and pull that back knee in towards the chest as you lower the arms down. On the exhale, go ahead and step it back into that high lunge. Good. Inhale, pull it in. Little wobblings that may happen. Good. Exhale, step it back. Good. Last one. Hold it here. Good. Get your balance. When you're ready, bring the palms into the heart. And we're going to begin to kick that left leg back behind you so you're coming into a warrior 3. So nice and slow, nice and steady. Once you get to where you're going, flex that back foot, toes pointed down. Send the arms out like a T. Good. Breathing here. Good. Slowly begin to rise up. Plant that back foot down. Straighten out the front leg. All right, so you should have about, a couple of feet in between your 2 feet here. Good. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to bring the forearms behind us. You're going to stack one on top of the other. If you can bring the palms to touch at your back, right? Either way is fine. Inhale, go ahead and open up the heart and draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward. Good. Pausing so that your body is parallel to the ground. And then begin to pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Good. Then slowly release the hands from behind the back. You can grab onto your blocks if you need them. Good. And then begin to drop the chest down towards the thigh. You can drop the head as well. Breathing here. So you're breathing into the tightness, right? In that front leg, breathing. And exhale. Good. One more breath. And exhale. Good. We're going to go ahead and just remove the right block if you've used it. You're going to take that left block, just lower it down so you can plant the hand down. Now, take a big step back with that left leg so that that right knee can take a bend, and then go ahead and send that right arm up to the sky. Good. breathing here. Keep that back leg really nice and engaged. Your gaze is up towards the sky if you can. Just one more breath. And on the exhale, go ahead and lower the hand down. You can remove the block. You're going to step it back into your plank pose. And then slowly flowing through your vinyasa, right? Or go right up into your down dog. It is your practice, right? You're just doing whatever it is that you feel you can do today. Because every day will be different. Good. And just take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and come down onto the knees. You're going to go ahead and uncurl the toes to start. Go ahead and lower down onto the forearms, right? So again, your fingers are spread nice and wide. Now, go ahead and curl those toes once again. You're going to begin to lift those hips up. Bring your gaze back towards your feet, right? Your head is not touching the ground. You're going to slowly just take a couple of steps in. Good. Keep the shoulders out of the ears, pushing down into the forearms here. And then slowly begin to come up onto the toes. So you're lifting those heels and then drawing them back towards the ground. Again, they may not get there. Good. 2 more like that. Lifting up and then lower. And 1 more. And lower. Good. Maybe take a tiny step in again. Taking another breath. And exhale. Begin to walk the feet out. All right, your gaze goes between the arms. You're in a forearm plank here. And then go ahead and just drop those hips down. Now position your elbows so that they are underneath the shoulders. If you have a problem with the low back, you can certainly open up the feet, take some tension off, and then, or you can bring those elbows farther away from you, right? So just do whatever it is that you need here. Now, bringing the gaze forward, you want you to feel like you're drawing your elbows back towards your body, so you're pulling the shoulders down. I want you to tuck that tailbone, engage the legs, point through the toes. 1 more breath. And on the exhale, slowly lower it all the way down. We're going to push ourselves up and back and come into a child's pose. Toes touch, separate the knees, sink the hips back, stretch those arms out. And take a few breaths here. And exhale. Good, 1 more breath here. And release. Good, making your way back up into your down dog. And then once you're there, you're going to bring your gaze towards your hand. You're either going to hop or step up to the top of the mat. Come on into your fold. Start to take a bend in the knees and sweep those arms up to the sky, coming back into that Utkatasana. Good, and just breathing here. Again, shoulders out of the ears. The weight is a little bit more into the heels. You're breathing. And exhale. Good, 1 more breath. On the exhale, go ahead and dive forward into that forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, you're going to go ahead and just hop or step back into your plank pose, and then either right up into your down dog or flow through a vinyasa. Good. We will meet in our down dog, taking a breath here, and exhale. 3-legged dog on the left side as you draw that right heel down towards the ground. We're going to go ahead and step that foot between the hands. Good. And then when you're ready, you're rising up into that high lunge. Good. Again, make any adjustments. So if you need to pull that back foot in, go ahead and do that. Relax the shoulders. Your pinkies are turned in. You're breathing here. And exhale. So you're getting that point to focus on. Good. On the next inhale, you're going to go ahead and pull that back knee in as you lower those arms alongside the body. Good. And then exhale, step it back into that high lunge. Good. Inhale, pulling it forward. And then exhale, step it back. Good. Last one here. Pull it in. Hold it here. Get your balance. Good. When you're ready, bring the palms in at the heart. We're going to slowly begin to hinge forward as you kick that leg back behind you. See if you can become parallel. Have those toes flexed and pointing down towards the ground. When you're ready, extending the arms out like a T. Good, we won't be here for very long. And then slowly begin to plant that foot, straighten out that front leg. Good. All right, so once again, you're going to go ahead and stack the forearms. Try to put the opposite one on top this time, if you can remember which one you did. Or you can bring the palms together at the back. Good. Inhale, go ahead and open up the heart. And then exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward. Good. Stopping so that you are parallel. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. And then slowly begin to release the arms. Grab onto your blocks if you need them. Good. And then think about dropping the chest towards the thigh, and you can drop the head as well. And so just a couple of breaths here. And exhale. Breathing into the tightness in the back of that front leg. Good. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and just flatten out that right block. If you're using it, remove the one from the left side. Take a bend in that front leg. Take a big step back with that right leg. And then go ahead and sweep that left arm up to the sky. Good. Back leg stays nice and engaged. Your gaze is up towards the sky. You're breathing here. Good. Exhale, slowly lower the hand down. You can remove that block. You're going to step it back into your plank pose. And then flowing through a vinyasa, right? Or into your down dog. And just doing what you can here. Good. Once you're in your down dog, once again, we're going to go ahead and drop down onto the knees and then uncurl those toes. Lower down onto the forearms. Now, this time I want you to go ahead and just grab onto opposite elbows, right? Just so that you can get the correct distance here. And then you're going to interlace the hands and put the fists down on the ground. Now, curl those toes, begin to lift the hips. Again, your gaze goes back towards your feet. You're slowly walking them in, pulling the shoulders away from the ears. When you're ready, you're going to send that right leg up to the sky, left heel down towards the ground, and then taking a bend in that top leg and see if you can open up that hip. Pushing down into the forearms. Come back into that three-legged, and then go ahead and drop that foot, and then send that left leg up to the sky. Draw the right heel down, take a bend in that top leg and open up the hips. And again, pushing down into the forearms. Your head is off the ground. Good. Coming back, squaring those hips, drop that foot. And then we're going to go ahead and just step it back so that you are in that forearm plank, right? So you can release the hands, plant the palms down onto the ground. Good. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. And then we're just going to go ahead and dip the hips from side to side. Good. Nice and slow. Nice and controlled. Good. Good. Two more. Last one. Good. Back to center. Drop those knees. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back. Come on into your child's pose. So sink those hips back. Stretch those arms out. Drop that forehead down. Good. Taking a breath here. And exhale. Good. One more breath here. And then start to make your way back up into your down dog. Good. Once you're in your down dog, bring your gaze to your hands. Again, either your hop or step up to the top of the mat. And come on into your fold. Start to take a bend in the knees. Sweep those arms up to the sky. Come on into that Utkatasana. Last time here. Take a breath. And on the exhale, slowly rise up. Release those arms down alongside the body. Good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a big step out along the long edge of the mat, okay? I want the toes to be turned out just slightly. Now, we're going to go ahead and start to take a bend in the knees. Bring those arms out. Good. Palms are facing down. Now, I want you to take that right arm and cross it over the left. You're going to take a bend in the elbows, and either you're going to bring the back of the hands together, or you're going to go ahead and see if you can interlace and bring the palms to touch. Good. Either way, you're pressing the forearms into one another. Good. Now, see if you can sink down even lower. Good. Now, see if you can bring those fingers up towards the sky, and then just slightly away from the face. Good. Shoulders out of the ears. I want you to really think about squeezing those forearms together. Good. One more breath here. Good. Slowly begin to unwind. Stretch those arms out like a T, and then begin to straighten out those legs. Good. Now take those right toes, and I want you to turn them towards the long edge of the mat. Take the left toes, turn them towards the short edge. Take a bend in the left leg, so you're in your warrior two now. Bring the gaze off of that front hand. Relax the shoulders. Taking a breath here. And exhale. Good. Taking that back hand, the right arm, I want you to bring it behind the low back. Good. And then go ahead and reach that left arm up and back, coming into your reverse here. Maybe that right hand is grabbing onto the left thigh. Maybe not. Keeping that arm behind you, I want you to come forward and drop that left forearm down onto the thigh. Pull the top shoulder back. And then start to take the left ear and drop it towards the left shoulder. So you should feel a really big stretch in the right side of the neck. Good. Now take that arm from behind you, release it, send it back up to the sky, bring the gaze with it. Good. And then push up back into that warrior two. And then lower the arms, straighten out those legs, turn so the toes are now angled out so that we can do the other side. All right, so arms out in front, go ahead and sink it down. You're gonna go ahead and cross the left over the right this time. Take a bend in the elbows again, either the backs of the arms touch or interlacing and bringing the palms to touch. Good. So then sink down a little bit deeper. Bring the fingers up towards the sky. Pull the hands away from the face just slightly, and then press those forearms into one another, really squeezing here, right? So you should feel an opening in that upper back. Good. Maybe sink a little lower. Good. One more breath. Good. Start to release the arms, send them out nice and long, and then begin to rise on up. Turn those left toes towards the long edge, the right toes towards the short edge, and come into that warrior two. Again, gazing off that front hand. Relax the shoulders. Good. Taking that back arm and bring it behind the low back. So your left arm is going behind the back. You're going to go ahead and come into a reverse. And then coming forward, bringing that forearm down towards the thigh. Again, you can grab onto your thigh, your left hand to the right thigh. And now take your right ear and bring it to the right shoulder, feeling that nice stretch here. Good. Release that hand from behind you, send it back up to the sky. Bring the gaze up towards the hand. And then begin to rise on up back into that warrior two. Straighten out that leg, release. And now this time go ahead and bring those toes so they're turned in just slightly. We're going to go ahead and interlace the hands behind the back, bring the palms to touch. Inhale, go ahead and open up the heart, drawing the knuckles towards the ground. On the exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward, reaching those arms up and over. Try to keep the palms moving toward one another as opposed to letting the hands open. So maybe the arms don't go up as high. Good, you're breathing here. Good, and then slowly release it. Drop those arms down to the ground. We're gonna go ahead and walk it all the way around towards the top of the mat. So you can step back into your plank pose and then push it up and back into your down dog. And then once again, we're going to go ahead and come into a child's pose. Toes touch. Stretch those arms out nice and long. Drop the forehead. And then see if you can drop the elbows, bring the hands a little bit closer, palms will touch. And then bring the palms or the thumbs to the back of the head. Walk the elbows away from you and just breathe here. And then slowly release the arms down to the ground. And then walk the hands back towards the body, lifting the torso. Good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and come down onto our backs. Good. And once you get there, go ahead and just draw those knees up into the chest and just a gentle rock from side to side here. Good. Once you get to center, go ahead and just drop those feet down. I want you to go ahead and have the feet so that they are hip distance. You're going to walk them a little bit closer towards the body. I want you to go ahead and tuck that tailbone so you're pressing that low back down into the ground. Then push into the heels and begin to lift those hips up. Now, bring the backs of the arms down to the ground and the fingers up towards the sky. I want you to go ahead and see if you can rock from side to side so that you can get those shoulder blades nice and close together. So maybe your elbows are even underneath you a little bit. Now, pressing down into the backs of the arms, you're lifting those hips up. I want you to make sure that you keep the neck nice and long, right? So pull the chin down, right? So you don't want it up towards the sky. Keep the neck nice and long. You're pushing down into the backs of the arms. Good. Pushing into the heels. And making sure you have pressure on the big toes because you don't want your knees to be falling out to the sides. Good. One more breath here. Good. In order to release, I want you to go ahead and flatten those shoulders down first and then roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once your bottom hits, I want you to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out wide. You can go close your eyes for a moment, maybe place your hands on top of the thighs. And just breathe here. Good. All right, so using your hands to bring those legs back together, we're going to go ahead and do another bridge, right? So let's go ahead and just draw those heels towards the body. You're going to press the low back down, begin to lift those hips up. Now you can do what we did the first time with your fingers up towards the sky. If you'd like another option, we're going to see if we can go ahead and just bring those shoulder blades a little closer together so that you can interlace the hands underneath you. Same thing applies. You're pushing into the backs of the arms. You're lifting those hips up. You're pushing into the heels and the big toes, right? Your neck is nice and long. You're just breathing here. Good. One more breath. Just start to release the hands from underneath you and then begin to flatten those shoulders down, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once your bottom hits, I want you to go ahead and separate the feet, bring the knees to touch, and then place your hands on the belly, relax the shoulders, close the eyes. Just letting all these different sensations just settle into the body here. Good. Gently opening up the eyes. I want you to go ahead and grab onto one of your blocks. We're going to go ahead and lift the hips and we're going to place the block underneath the hips. Right? And maybe this feels really great and you can just stay right here. Flip the palms up to the sky. Tuck the shoulders under you just a little bit, right? If you'd like, you can go ahead and send those legs up to the sky. Right? And once you get there, just go ahead and just point and flex the feet. Right, so you're really stretching out the top of the foot and you're stretching the back of the legs as you push through those heels, right? The legs are nice and straight, they're nice and engaged. Good. The next time the toes are pointed, hold them there, and then just go ahead and rotate those ankles. I don't care which direction they go. They can go together, they can go separately, different, doesn't matter. And then reverse the direction. Good. Pausing here. Now you can go ahead and just open up those legs. You can bring the hands to the inner thighs, right? Just a nice stretch here. And then using the hands to gently bring those legs back to center. And then just relax the legs, right? You don't have to have them super straight. Just have them just relaxed however you want them. The feet can be relaxed, and just close the eyes for a moment. Just take a couple of breaths here. And exhale. Good. Another deep breath. And exhale. Good. Start to take a bend in the knees so you can drop the feet down to the ground. We're going to begin to lift the hips, slide that block away from you, and then draw those knees up into the chest. I want you to go ahead and bring your arms out like a T with the palms face down, and then drop those knees off to the right and your gaze to the left. If you want, you can take that right hand and place it on top of the left knee. And just breathing here. Good. Slowly release it. We'll come back to center, and then go ahead and drop the knees off to the left. Bring your gaze to the right. And again, you can take that left hand on top of the right knee if that works for you. Good. Again, just bringing those knees back to center, pausing here. I want you to go ahead and lift the torso up and wrap your arms around the shins. And I want you to see if you can get as small as you can here. And I want you to tense up all the muscles. So you're squeezing everything you possibly can. Just squeezing, squeezing, squeezing here. Right? Take a deep breath. Good. On the exhale, I want you to release and stretch everything out really nice and long. So just reaching through the fingers, reaching through the toes, maybe moving from side to side if it feels good. And then we're going to prepare for our Shavasana, right? So I want you to tuck the shoulders just a bit, flip the palms, bring the arms slightly away from the body. I want you to go ahead and separate the legs and let the feet fall where they want to. And then just close the eyes. And we won't be here for very long, but just giving yourself this time in this space, just to be here, just be here in this moment. Making sure you're not thinking about where you need to be next. And if your mind starts to wander, as it probably will, I want you to bring it back to the breath. Now just start to deepen the breath. And begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then again, stretching the arms and the legs out nice and long. When you're ready, go ahead and draw those knees up into the chest. And you're going to just roll over onto the side of the body and just pause for a moment. And then when you're ready, you're going to use your hands to gently push yourself up and coming into an easy seated position. And then just closing your eyes once you get there so that you can maintain the inward focus for another moment. And so as you go throughout the day today, just remember the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. And then just to be kind to yourself and to others. And so bringing the palms together with the thumbs at the third eye, just gently bow the head to seal the practice. And may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. Namaste. And I hope that you enjoyed this practice today. And if you did, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up and send me any comments that you have, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.